Hello, can you hear me? Yep, sorry, this is taking longer to get this set up than I thought it would. And I can hear myself, which means I have Twitch open somewhere. There we go. If anybody's watching, I'm trying to figure out how to change the title in my Twitch stream. Yeah, I'm in there, and when I type something in, it says must be supported language. Must be Twitch supported language, which is very confusing. There we go. Something like an MFSU or an MFE or something you want the energy to go into. I'm assuming you're at the point that you can just make an MFSU. Ah. Yeah, so are you making a MFSU or are you doing an MFE? Okay, then yeah, because the condenser needs power to handle as much steam as we're going to be throwing at the system. And it can't handle the MFSU output. And you can't put you can't put the transformer that goes inside of a machine. Does that make any sense? Oh. Well, that's not near as fun. Okay, and with Twitch, is there a way that I can get rid of my video and just watch the chat room? I can imagine. Well, my stream is so professional so far. Luckily, I don't think anyone is watching. Okay. Before I had to leave earlier, I got mine just to the point where I think I'm about to turn mine on. So I don't know if you want to see that before we... And you're moving ic2 machines? Okay, I don't have a jetpack. Is that going to be a problem? Cool. Yeah. Hello. Thank you. Hold on a sec, I need to turn this volume down. Jetpack, does it have one of those sliders? Oh, players. Players adjusts the jetpack sound. Okay, so where are you? I can imagine. Hello. Yeah. It needs redone. Over where? Ah. Where are the reactors? Okay. Cool. Do you know with ic2 machines you can use a dolly to move them? Cool. Just, I figured if you're moving tons of stuff, that's a helpful hint. Is that turning you? Yes. Oh, okay. I'm not hearing you if you're talking. To be honest, I have no idea how many turbines one of your reactors is going to do. Okay. Well, what you have to do is actually build a casing around the reactor. And then it completely changes how it operates. Not like, yeah. So it's not going to the stuff inside, like the organization of all your heat vents and stuff stays the same. Well, it'll change the GUI. So the GUI will show the two tanks, the input tank and the output tank. Yes. Yes. What do you mean? What all the stuff that I was talking about earlier? Oh, you need the reactor casings here. Let me look them up real quick. Yeah, because that's how you're going to get stuff inside it. Okay. You're going to need one reactor hatch, one redstone port. It says one fluid port, but we probably want one for input and one for... Although, you're using the Ender IO pipe, so we could probably do with one port. Yeah. And it then says 95 reactor pressure vessels, but since you're doing two fluid ports, that's probably 94. $15 stacks. That's going to be more than we need, which is probably a good thing. Oh, really? Yeah, two fluid ports, a redstone port, an access hatch. You already have the reactor and the reactor chambers. And then the pressure vessel blocks. Good call. Where do you want the first reactor? It's going to be a 5x5x5 cube. Do you want it just centered here? Wait a minute. These squares are not odd squares. I guess I can deal if I have to. I'll just complain about it. So that's... Okay. Well, that's not a problem. Then a reactor, just like what you have here, goes inside that. No, it is going to need cold coolant. I haven't turned it on yet. Sure. Sorry about that. Sorry. I don't think so. Could you just hear me? Okay. So. Sure. Well, the things that you're tapping on right now is what, yeah, converts kinetic to EU. Correct. Now, the bottom one is actually going to convert superheated steam to kinetic energy and steam. It's going to push steam to the top kinetic steam generator, which is going to convert steam into kinetic energy. And I'm a little confused at this point, but it works. It's going to push more steam into the condenser above. The condenser then has to condense the steam into distilled water. I've tried chaining more in creative. I've tried chaining more kinetic steam generators, to see if I could capture that steam that it's pushing into the condenser, but it doesn't work. I don't think it's actually pushing liquid across. I think that the code is set that if a kinetic steam generator is getting steam and there's a condenser next to it, to have steam appear in the condenser. Does that make sense? Yeah. And okay. The steam generator is going to get heat energy from the liquid heat exchangers. Okay. And it's going to use that heat energy to convert distilled water into steam, well, into superheated steam. Because I have the steam generator set to 221 bars at 1 millibucket per tick. So with that setting, and once it gets enough heat, it'll make superheated steam instead of just steam. Yeah, when superheated steam goes through the kinetic steam generator and kinetic generator, it'll make twice as much EU as steam on its own. And then you also then get to use the leftover steam to make another set, yeah. Now, yeah, the liquid heat exchangers in my setup are going to get lava. And they're going to convert the lava into the heat energy and into Pahoho lava, which I then need to get rid of. Because there isn't really a use for Pahoho lava. Although I'm tempted to make a floodgate and have it start filling the void instead of... Well, it doesn't flow near as fast as water does, so there's not near as many block updates. And after a certain amount of time, Pahoho lava will cool into basalt. Yeah. Yeah. It's ic2. ic2 has EU, it has kinetic energy, and it has heat energy. So yeah, the liquid heat exchanger is going to output heat into the steam generator. You are going to be using hot coolant. Yes, because when the liquid heat exchanger converts the hot coolant into heat, it will also convert it into cold coolant, which you can then pipe right back into your reactor. Yes. I would think so. And what I'm going to do for my distilled water, which again should be a closed loop, but it's not, is I'm going to set up a redstone circuit that when this distilled water drum is less than half full, it'll continue to produce more distilled water. But then when it's full of distilled water, or when it's over half full, it won't make any more. Because I want to make sure that there's room in there for the used distilled water to come back in, if that makes any sense. Right. And I have this thing in Minecraft that I don't like to void things. I like trying to figure out ways of using stuff rather than voiding it. And setting up systems to shut off when it's full rather than to start voiding. I know it's silly, but I have more fun doing it, if that makes any sense. Yep. Each to their own. And I just realized that I never made the steam turbines that I need. I think I should have the materials to do it here. Because I just haven't gotten around to it yet. I built a few, and then I built a few more. And when I noticed I got to 8, I stopped building any more of those until I get around to combining them. I was running into lots of power problems, and I needed something quickly to make some power. Yeah. I was trying to avoid it because it seemed like a quick and easy way out, but I started flailing and not getting enough power, and I really didn't want to do water wheels because that's what I did last time. It can. There's lots of liquids that it can run on. Yes, yes. I like to find uses for stuff. Yes, again, it could be combined, but I just earlier today got my QED, so that's why I hadn't really combined those yet. Yeah, no, it took several hours for my, 6 lasers to make the machine frame. I mean, I've been doing stuff very weird, because I haven't even made an automated tree farm yet. I've just every once in a while, when I see this tree's grown, cut it down. And well, don't they come in on this block right here? Are you sure? Oh, I guess I did come in on the center block. That works. You've got a magnet, I'm assuming. Yeah, so back to the steam turbines. Did you make a... As long as it wasn't like your password or something. Yeah. Yeah, I'm getting the materials going for mine. So that I can replace that when we're done here, if you don't mind. Why don't I what? That's cheating. That's cheating. Yes, I know. It's cheating, though. No, I did that last time. I decided this playthrough for ic2 stuff, I was only going to use ic2 power to power ic2 machines. Ah. Yeah. turbines. Yeah, jetpack, I can just fly over here. Okay, so I want you to be pushing in distilled water. You should be pushing into there. Yep, it has distilled water. And you are on, and you're blacklisting distilled water, so you're not pulling it out. Good. You are on to pull the distilled water out there. You are on. And now this is going to turn on, which might produce explosions. No. Oh. Does it have a special message? Oh. I don't have any heat exchangers or heat conductors in there. I'm sorry? Oh, the Pahoho lava? No, it can't be used anywhere as far as I know. Apparently you can't even get a bucket of it. You probably need to use a universal cell of it. Yes, you could. Yes, and I don't like voiding. I do, however, keep in mind that I want safety nets so I don't break the server. Forget what temp this needs to get up to start making the superheated steam. Do you have an ic2, like, voltmeter or whatever it is? Hold on, I need to turn these stupid rain sounds down. I don't even remember what it's called. Yeah. Okay, I'm already up to 30 buckets of lava. I'm gonna need to void that stuff soon. Or not void, but... What power gen? Well, they are producing... Now Are these not producing as much? Okay, no, now it took a while to fill up the buffer of the condenser. That's why it was... Let me get a liquid trash can just in case I start running out of room in that drum. How much per tick? Not keeping up with what? This worked in creative. The second one was getting 50. Yeah. Oh, it's not pulling out the distilled water. Why is it not pulling out the distilled water? It's not pulling it out fast enough. So let me switch to... It's like it's not pulling it out fast enough, which means I need more... well, or switch to servo... Now, the servo on the bottom one I don't think is technically necessary, but I wanted it there in case steam ever does show up in that one. Okay, that's better. Yeah, now it's outputting 50. Yeah, like I said, it's gonna only lose it very, very slowly. I let it run for, like, in creative, like, for half an hour or so, and it did lose some. Which is why I just figure you need a trickle to keep it up. This is with the single steam generator. That's going to be the max. But I think I saw Direwolf put 6 of these steam generators together with a reactor into one of these setups over here, and got it up to, I forget how much EU per tick he was getting. I was thinking 400, but it's got to be more than that because he had 6 of these boilers, and so it's probably like 600 and 300. Oh, the solar? Oh yeah, once you get to the solar, it's like... I didn't die to them. I was so worried I was going to die to these. Whenever steam doesn't have somewhere to go. Well, it kind of always explodes when you're turning it on or off. I'm not sure why, but in all of Dyer's videos, and you saw here, when it was turning on, it exploded. Yeah, I was watching that video and was thinking, that's likely to explode. But he blames everything on Soren, so were we really surprised? And now I'm also trying to decide whether I leave this running or do I turn it off for now. Well, it's going to fill up this MFE pretty quick. Are you surrounding me in slabs? Oh, yes. Oh, and if I didn't have the jetpack on, I would have fallen. Yeah, so this lava drum is already half full. So I think I'm going to shut the system off for now. Yeah, there's really nothing you can do with it. Like I said, I was kind of thinking of making a floodgate and just letting it fill. The problem is I'll have to babysit that, because as soon as is the solidified lava, the basalt surrounding the floodgate will stop working. It'll do the bottom layer first. Yeah. Well, it starts with the block underneath it. And then the block underneath that, and the block underneath that, until it hits something. Whether that's the bottom of the world or a block. And then it'll start going out from there, I think. And so I think also, when that block that it put underneath cools and solidifies, it will then have to put a source block off to its side and go down from there. Yeah. Well, what I was going to do is set up an alarm system that if this drum gets over so much full, it starts alarming. A trash can. Yeah. I don't think so. I think it's random. It probably has a min and a max, but I don't know what those are. But part of why I wanted to do this setup specifically with the lava is when this pack first came out, weren't they like touting that they had disabled all lava power gen? I think somebody discovered that you can use Botania, the Botania lava flowers, and then the yeah. No, but when they were saying we've disabled all lava gen, you know someone's going to find a way around it. Yes. We've disabled the common lava gen. Because I think that's actually what they wanted to do. And if somebody comes up with a unique, interesting way to do it. But do we want to work on yours? Or did you need to head off? Okay. To your base. I was assuming it can. I just realized that may not be such a safe assumption. Carrot. You have mobs glitching out of your smeltery. Question. Do you know if they've disabled hungry nodes? Yeah, because I want to feed it crafting tables. Well, that's what I was going to. What I would do. Not feeding it stacks of anything. You feed it individual things, and you feed it slow enough that it never stacks going in. No. In an old server I ran, I made an enormous hungry node. Do you have a magnum torch or something? Magnum, something to prevent spawning. I was asking if you have one somewhere in your base because there's spawnable blocks up on your energy sphere. Yeah, I guess that's far enough down that anything that spawns up there will die when it falls down. Probably. You were rushing Emmy as fast as you could, huh? I hate that nether portals uh, spawn zombie pigmen, and there's nothing you can do to prevent it. Well, what I tend to do is surround it in a fence and then put some sort of mop grinder around on it. So when it for hmm yeah, but if you put a fence and a gate, and then you put a mop grinder. No, I would have the fence out a little bit. Oh yeah, yeah. No, I usually put the fence at the max range of whatever grinder I'm using, just so that then the person has lots of space to walk around when they come through. Yes, which I've already lost where that is on your base. Oh, that's right. It's way up there. I'm assuming this is at build height. Okay, so do you have spare reactor blocks? And where do you want the piping coming through? What is what for the piping? Oh, and we're gonna need to disconnect, and I don't have inventory space for those blocks. I should go and clear my inventory. What? You're not gonna take my stuff, though, are you? Like you need anything that I have. Okay. Hey, yeah, that hammer has smashing 2 on it. Don't take it. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's part of my aversion to voiding is I derp so much that if I set a trash can next to something, I'm likely to void my important stuff. I thought it cut the point across. So, for the piping, you're going to need to pipe in cold coolant, pipe out hot coolant, and then obviously you're going to need to get the uranium rods in and out. Now, do you want to separate things so that, like, a certain number of boilers are connected to one reactor, and then the next set of boilers are connected to the next reactor, and so on? Or do you want all of the reactors dumping all of their hot coolant into one storage tank? And then... Correct. So you can do the same thing. Yeah. Give me a second here. I'm gonna see if I can turn your volume up. Or I guess I could turn my entire volume up and then turn other stuff down. Yes, but I also turned my volume up, so I'm not sure which did it, but it works. Okay. I'm amazed that you're actually using fluid ducts and not the under stuff. And if you're concerned about expense, then you should have done transfer nodes and retrieval nodes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, some would say it's a little OP. Yeah, There's things I like about RS, but the thing I don't like about it the most is that it's so much of just a clone of. Yeah. I was just trying to click on the hatch, and I'm not getting access to the GUI. Oh, is there a reactor inside yet? That would be why I wasn't getting into the GUI. I'm glad I'm just not insane. Yes. Can you do that in the pattern thing yet? Oh, yeah, like if they have MPT data or something. I was just thinking about that. I'm betting that you need to create a second hatch. Oh, I'm having lots of fun. I like packs that require the progressions, like Krillik's been saying. Yeah, the time gate. I don't like time gates. Um, what I want to see is packs that, you know how we're talking about the Ender IO conduits being OP, but in this pack I don't mind them as much because of how expensive they are, and that the materials it takes to make them would give you almost the same functionality in the other form of pipes, if that makes any sense. And so I like when map makers do that, when they take the different mods and they try to balance them together. Yep. I just walked away so I don't hear you dying anymore. Yeah. Did you hear in the dire strains with these reactors that he talked to the guy who makes the people who make ic2, and that zombies and stuff can spawn inside that block once you get it done because there's spawnable blocks, and that wasn't originally intended, but they like the idea about it, so they're going to leave it that way. Well, it would be a bad thing if you want to open it up to do something inside, and there's a creeper. Well, and the other problem is if you get a zombie inside, and it's annoying you with its zombie moaning. Hold on a second, my dog is ringing at the bells to go out. Give me a sec. I am back. Oh, my unmuting my mic. It probably means I need to turn the gain down. I'll look into doing that. Okay, but that's a good thing to note. Take the parts out first. I get a GUI. Probably. Yeah, but do you have another drum to pull out the hot coolant? Sorry, I had to cough. Yeah. This lever? And I think each one of those steam boilers takes 200 heat units per second. Yeah. But I shut it off, by the way, in case you didn't notice. But remember, you're going to be yeah. Next is making all the steam boilers and stuff. Now, although, do you want to test the heating up the reactor or doing mocks? I would assume so. I don't know. I've never seen anybody do it, though. Putting in another rod. The core temp is still at 0. And the heat units per second are going down. I heard you say, oh, no, stop, and I was like, okay, running away from the reactor. Although I think in Dyer's videos he found that this pressure vessel is explosion proof. Okay. Well, I'm assuming since you're going to be pumping all the superheated steam into a drum, we're just going to want like a line of boilers somewhere. Where do you want those? Oh, okay. Sorry, my wife was getting ice. Hold on, I'm gonna mute. Tell me when you're done. Or are you done? Are you done? Okay. Sorry. What's up? Can you still hear me okay? Or am I too quiet now? Okay. I turned down the gain on my mic. Where do you want the steam generators and stuff? Well, I was also going to ask you, do you want pipe efficiency, or do you care how it looks, or what? Because, let me show you here. I have, oh, and I forgot my wrench. Do you have an ic2 wrench in a machine? Oh, I forgot about that thing. Okay. First of all, do you see this, like, copper-looking thing? That's where the heat comes out. Okay. So if you put the steam boiler on top of that. Okay. So that steam boiler is currently getting 1 liquid exchanger's worth of heat. Now, the way I had it at mine was... Nope, wrong thing. Okay, so that's kind of how I had mine. However, I was just realizing if we're doing Ender IO conduits, which I don't know if you are because you said they're expensive. Okay, put a steam boiler on top of that. A steam generator. Okay, I think that would still work. And then you need a lot less pipes because you'd have one Ender IO conduit that can feed and extract from both liquid exchangers. I like how this one looks better. Although, I just thought of something else. If you put a steam generator on top of this, here, and then we did that, then you could put stuff in between. Right. So I don't know which you like better, which setup. I just realized, yeah, you could probably, like, surround a conduit with heat exchangers. I think it should. The problem is the problem I've seen is that boiler I think, might start exporting distilled water when it's not hot enough to uh, yeah, that's what I was about to suggest to you, and yes, I think that that should work, assuming we spin the machines in the correct direction. You right click the side that you want the heat, the and and you can shift click if you want it to have it go to the other side. Not in ic2. Well, it does break the block, but only after it's spun it. Correct. Now you're still going to have a pipe on the steam generator to get distilled water in and out. Or distilled water in and steam, superheated steam out. Hot coolant. Hot coolant goes in, cold coolant comes out. Right. I've got one more here. Correct. Mm-hmm. Right. Oh, well, and it's good for the stream, yeah. Are you recording or no? Okay. Well, and I'm actually recording it as well, so if you want that, let me know. Sounds like a plan. Now, something else I thought about. Do you have any more of the steam generators? When you build the next row, you can build them so that you put another set of steam generator. Kind of flip the tile. Yeah. So that. But it'll save you a little bit in conduit. honestly, I don't use sines very often. I probably should, but... Yeah. And I can't break those... Or I don't want to break those steam generators, because I don't have a wrench. Oh, is that one mine? Oh, no, it's fairly charged. I didn't realize I had it on me, and I even moved it to that chest and then never saw it. Sorry, I broke... Well, not broke, but disconnected that one, and I shouldn't have yet. Oh, for the braking while flying speed? Yeah. Yeah, you got one of those liquid heat exchangers. So I was trying to spin them to the right direction. Oh, no, no, no. You want the hot coolant and stuff going in through the center. Because you're connecting... That line's the steam generators. That gets distilled water. Yeah, you're going to want one of those. And while you're making one, it'll make life easier. Well, it's chasing you. Okay. Yep. You should be... Insert distilled water. Extract. Not distilled water. Always active. I forget how do I get the conduit probe into a different mode. Hold on. Yes, I do. Well, for this test, you could remove some of these conduits. You need heat conductors. Yeah, and you need 10 per thing, and we have 12, so that's 120, right? Okay. And these have started up already. Oh, they're filling up with cold coolant. Oh, do these things have distilled water in them? No, they don't. Never active. I just realized that we might have an issue. These... Okay, good. These steam generators are cooling down now that I shut off the hot coolant. Well, and that they're full of cold coolant. Because I think if things get too hot and then you put water in them, you have a problem. I think so. Although they're under 100C, so I think you should be fine. But I'm not positive. I can go look at the page while you're getting that stuff. Yep. Have what set on? Oh, it's yeah, 221 bars, and no, I don't think there's a way to copy and paste that. And it's 1 millibucket per tick. So 221 bars, 1 millibucket per tick. They should be. They should be pulling out superheated steam. Well, and I set it to, or at least on my side. Oh. Auto extract blacklist, distilled water. That's distilled water. Well, no, it should be inserting distilled water and extracting anything but distilled water. Because I don't have any superheated steam right now. Hmm? The For the steam generators, we should be inserting distilled water. And for the conduits, I set it to blacklist distilled water on extract. Right. It should be superheated steam. Correct. Once it's heated up. But I think we're good now to turn it back on, I think. Although, no, we need somewhere for the cold coolant to go. Which needs... Light blue sounds like a cold color to me. So you should be able to... Right. Or you could get a bucket of like cold coolant. And if we go over here and look, yep, these don't have any cold coolant anymore. Okay, so I'm going to turn the hot coolant back on. The ic2 coolant is filling up. Why is it filling up? But it's not full, is it? Yeah, I was gonna say. Is this set to auto to push? So it's the hot coolant. We used up all the hot coolant. So we need to turn the reactor back on. You should be able to. Yeah, I don't see why you wouldn't be able to. Yes, they're awesome. Okay. Yeah. So are we good to turn the reactor on? It's your base. Once it gets up to the point that... Well, you're making a millibucket per steam generator. Well, but it's enough to run those steam, the kinetic generators. Um, these are going to start exploding soon, potentially. Yeah, and your coolant level is good. Oh, and your superheated steam is growing. Tick. And it does look like your reactor is keeping up. Yep, doing it. Done. One little bucket per tick. Oh, we need the heat exchangers. The things that go in the liquid exchangers. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry. I did my math in my head wrong. Oh, you've got a wireless. be keeping up. I'm not sure if you're making enough. Yeah, no, the other ones are going down. I'm gonna turn off, because you just added 2 sets. You're out of distilled water. Oh, yeah. Why don't we turn off the hot coolant then? I'm going over here for a minute. Okay, so I also turned off the distilled water extraction because I didn't want... I thought I did. Yeah, I turned it off over here. But now that all of these are out of hot coolant. Yeah, now that all of those are out of hot coolant, we can... Well, I'm not going to turn on the distilled water until they've cooled down. Not until after we've got the turbine running. We need 2 kinetic steam generators, per 6 steam generators. So right now you have 8 set up. I disabled one of them, so you have 7 enabled. Do you see what I'm saying by disabled? You need 2 kinetic steam generators per 6 steam generators. Okay, and then you need 2 kinetic generators. Yeah. Okay, now, do you see the side here that has like the gray dot in the middle? That's what's going to output the kinetic energy. And then the one over here that has like the spirally dot in the center, that's what's going to receive the kinetic energy. Correct. And then, do you have a condenser? One. You need to put it next to one of the 2 kinetic steam generators. Oh, yeah, because this should probably just extract distilled water. And we're going to turn this into in and out, and it should only insert distilled water. That makes sense? Right. And actually, let me this should can you get me a bucket or cell of superheated steam? No, that's the hot coolant. I need the superheated steam. Yes. That is a cat. It's a cat that had something happen to it. Not recently, but at some point. And ever since then, she's like sought out socks and drags them around like they're fresh killed prey. And she starts hollering like that the entire time she's doing it. And so this should be auto-extracting distilled water. Do you have... Oh, yep, you put the turbines in there. We can insert whitelist superheated steam. Right. Now, do you have MFSU and some cabling? Cool. I think you need to turn it. Okay. Are you making diamond cable or the glass cable? Oh. Nothing explodes. It's so annoying. Then just put another cable going into the condenser. Yeah. Oh, and then the condenser needs 4 heat vents. Just normal ones. I don't think it'll even accept the overclocked. I do not believe they run out. Okay, so I think we can turn it on. Want to try? What do you mean? Yes. Yeah. Okay, so that's doing its thing. Yep. Explosions are normal. Is the reactor running? Correct. Yeah. And you're flip-flopping between 4 and 600 EU per tick on one generator and 2 and 300 EU per tick on the other generator. So this is not as much EU per tick as... Although, are we keeping up on steam? Or are we gaining on steam? Okay, so you'll be able to run more than one of these setups. Yeah, you're definitely gaining on steam. Ah! What did you do? Explosions are normal. I'm gonna turn off the steam. Oh, it wasn't keeping up with the steam? How are we doing on coolant? I'm gonna turn the reactor off just because I'm paranoid. Yes. Correct. Oh. Too many cooks. You need the turbines. They do if... Well, okay. In the wiki, it says that the turbine loses durability. It'll lose durability faster if there is distilled water stuck in there. However, I'm wondering if it's the same thing that things are unlimited and don't explode, because I've never seen the durability really go down. It this one will automatically push steam into the condenser next to it. Correct. Right. Only insert superheated steam into that one. And then... You should have it. And since you can insert and extract on that, I would extract distilled water, which I have a distilled water cell here if you want it. Just in case that ever gets distilled water stuck in it, you want to get it out. That one you want to extract distilled water from as well. And then you want to extract distilled water from the condenser. Yeah, pretty much. All your base belong to us. You need heat vents in the other condensers. I don't have them, I can go get them though. That's kind of why I was letting you know how much stuff we were going to need. Do you want me to fill all of these condensers, or... Alright. You know what we might need to do is not have why that condenser wasn't keeping up. Let's make the painter and have all that power go through the MFSU. I think that the MFSU was sucking up all the power and none of it was getting to the condenser. No. Do you really not have any iron ingots? Oh no, it would. JEI just wasn't, or NEI wasn't working. Yeah, that's the. Okay, so now how do we get this to a different color? Yeah, with lap. Yeah. No, because I need a second painter. That's a different color. Yeah, I think so. Yep, that worked. Okay. So I think that should be better for the condensers. Right. Why is this not working? Always active. Extract. It only has superheated steam. Oh, your steam turbine's missing on the top one. Oh, okay. I'm gonna turn it off for now then. No, I don't think so. Oh, why is that not connecting? The steam turbines aren't getting, or the kinetic steam generators are not getting any superheated steam. I'm not seeing anything that says condensation. I'm seeing steam turbine ready. Do these have to go in on the side? Can I have a couple of conduits? Oh, that's... Okay. So you're gonna have to run... You'll have to run the line up this way. Well, then you have to take... Hold on. You'll have to put the condensers right here. Oh, does it break it when you do that? Oh, jeez. No, the condensers are going to need to go right there. And I'm not sure you're going to get a loop because of the connection right here going to this thing. I don't know if there's a cover or whatever, but if you just bring the copper cable and run the copper cable up and down here. No, see how it's connecting to the kinetic generator? Or you could run it underneath. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. What I was going to suggest is if you put the MFSU over here and then run the cable underneath and then back up from this corner. Although, yeah, you've got that. Need the up. There you go. Yep. No, we need to move. We need to be able to extract condensed water from the condenser, or distilled water, and from this. Yep. And all of those need to extract distilled water. You're gonna need. We're gonna need to input steam over here. Yeah. Correct. Yep. That. All of those gets. What? Oh. Blindness. Oh, jeez. Only if you time it so it doesn't interfere with the stream. Oh, yeah, can you... I just screwed that up. Correct. Yep. I'll turn it on over here. Explosions are normal. Condensers appear to be... I thought I had said in... How did I get that? Oh, yeah. So maybe that other setup would have worked. It was that there was nowhere for the distilled water to go. Yeah, because it was getting a lot more earlier. Why is it... Earlier when we were running it, you were getting 600 and 300. Why is that not... It can't be that... Are the under IO conduits not fast enough? It's why I was kind of skeptical. I'm gonna disable this top one because it doesn't have a turbine in it anyways. I want to make sure it's not like wasting steam or anything. Yeah. So you're gonna need like super laminar pipes or no problem. Well, 1,000 EU per tick. But the condenser can't keep up. Yeah, I know Good was complaining on his streams how he hates grid power, but I think it was a good change. Whoa. You just used up all the superheated steam and converted that bucket into a barrel into distilled water. No, I had turned everything off while we were... I don't want to die. Yes. That was very loud. That's what just caused all the explosions, but I guess try it. Is there anywhere for the superheated steam to go at this point? I'm right here. I believe so. Yeah. Why do you need more? I'm confused, but continue and I'll see if I understand later. Well, should you use the glass cable? Oh, sorry. I just screwed that up. Ow. This is why I wanted to turn the reactor off. But you were like, no, 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 leave it on. And now all my tools are gone. Hmm. Oh, you have Soulbound on the jetpack. Yeah, but the chest with all my stuff in it. It's just shiny. I probably have plenty of it at this point, but I'm just kind of impressed because that was a big boom. I need to take a screenshot. Oh, because it blew up the chest, and then you sucked them all up. No. Hold on a second. Why is my screenshot not working? You don't want my Logi pipe stuff? Yeah, you got most of my stuff. Probably. No. Yes. Grave. Oh wait, why wasn't this stuff in the grave? Oh, that's right. Yeah, I'm a dork. I want to see this running, so I can't promise tomorrow night, but at some point I would love to get it going again. I mean, this was fun to me. Even like being nuked. Yes. Well, and the funny thing is you had just turned that on, and so I thought the explosion was due to the steam, and I was about to say, explosions are normal. And then I read, wait, I'm dead? I'm betting it ran out of cold coolant. Yeah, I want to find out what we did wrong, too. And was it actually that it ran out of cold coolant? Yeah, you had like 2,000 buckets of cold coolant. I guess we could probably do the math to see how much was used. Or is... Yeah. That? I hope you don't have anything flammable down there. Do you have angel blocks? Oh, I've got 2 builder's wands now, so one of them's probably yours. Ah! I thought your magnet would have gotten that. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. It's... The wand is still here. Although, isn't this the wood that doesn't burn? Oh, really? Okay. Ah. Makes sense. Just extremely amused at the slow descent. Next time I'm turning the reactor off when we're not paying attention. And you realize that that was my first death on the server. No, second death. I fell out of my water stream once. Uh, no. Mm-hmm. Why is that so much worse? Oh, it's just a giant column of lava now. Uh, Kind of makes sense, though. I mean, why should a cactus destroy stuff? Well, I guess vanilla Minecraft added that to have another way of destroying things. But that was a great way to end it. I don't count the number of derps that I've done. You, you have a life. It's a Minecraft life. Oh, I should give you, before I leave you, I should give you your uh, jetpack plate back. Oh, and your wand. Here. Wand, jet plate. Oh. Both of those conduit probes are yours. That's yours. That's yours. This was made with your stuff. That was made with your stuff. You just gave me bacon, didn't you? That's yours. That's yours. You're just throwing stuff back at me now, aren't you? Cool. That's my broadsword. Well, that was fun. We get to build it better next time, right? And now we have a nice scene to point people to when I upload it to YouTube, right? I'll get that going before I head to bed, so hopefully it'll be on my channel tomorrow. You know the problem with reinforced stone is the scaffolding needs something underneath it after a certain distance. And you were using the builder's wand, weren't you? Oh, that's right. I was thinking it fell for some reason, but no, it just doesn't place. Well, what you might want to do is when you rebuild it, build, well, the reactors are 5x5, so you would need a 7x7 to encase each reactor. You could encase the reactor in reinforced stone instead of. Yes, odd numbers. Are this many craft coprocessors really needed? Because I thought each coprocessor did multiple simultaneous things. Oh, they do look awesome. So yeah. Okay. Whoa. Hmm? Oh, I turned it off before I left. That night, don't have anything chunk loaded. Like Soren with the nuke on the funky locomotion. Alright. With that, I think I am fading away. Yep. Thank you, sir. It was lots of fun. I'll let you know. Yeah. We'll have to figure that out. Because I have this work thing that gets in the way. It's so annoying. Yep. Oh, you just got all that wood, didn't you? Fun. Alright. Talk to you later, dude. Bye.